Good afternoon from Yammy TV. Wishing you all well today, sending loads of love. As you can see, I'm out in the country again, and what a lovely house, and the first farm I think that I've ever been on as well. But anyway, we're coming with a Cathay story now, real life, true crime. Some of you are still asking, and you know me, we've got to deliver for all audiences. Yep, just to let you know, the message is very, very plain and simple. You know, my messages are supposed to be a deterrent and a reminder and to prevent people going to these places and seeing firsthand what I have experienced over those years and years and years. So we're going to take it back 20 years or so ago, HMP Whitemore, and it was one of those days again. So, you know, in the Cat A's, you get, there's only Full Sutton, Franklin, Whitemore, Long Larton, you know, the big four that everybody goes around and gets shipped out. There's only so many places you can go when you're Cat A or Category A status or B Cat status, but you're Cat A. And it's like Coronation Street and EastEnders, basically, because a lot of gossip goes on. You get information firsthand of what happens in this prison and that prison. You know, the wars that have gone on in, say, in Full Sutton. When they get to Whitemore, you know, or you already know that they've had beef with this one and that kind of stuff. And, you know, you hear things pretty regular. You get regular updates on violence every day that is happening in those places, whether you're there or not. So this one's a very sad one for me because it was one of my besties, a very big name in that life as well. There were many big names this day on the yard in Whitemore. So the build up, yes, a few months prior, a man came from Full Sutton, burnt to smithereens with hot fat. His skin looked absolutely terrible and awful and damaging. You know, on seeing him, he was from a northwest London crew, gang if you like, and it was very difficult to look at him, you know, because the incident had just happened. So I was in the kitchen, listening out, lurking as usual, like I used to, and I was hearing that it was probably one of my besties that put a hit out on him, allegedly, and got him burnt up. You know, don't know whether it's true, whether he did, I never asked him. But yeah, so this guy turned up, so I was already aware that he had beef or problems with some of the gangs that I was close to at that time. So 5 months or so after hearing this, it was stored in the memory bank, and lo and behold, one of my the same bestie that was meant to have done this, turned up, but he was on another wing. Right, so in Whitemore, you've got A wing and B wing facing each other with a fence in between, where when you go on exercise in the morning, you can go to the fence and talk to everybody, and you know, get up to and ask for whatever's going on that day. We know that I was a regular one for going to the fence and saying, yeah, how can I meet you to go and get this and that, send it with him so I can get it, that kind of stuff. And you know, the day-to-day running of what is actually going on in there. And it seems like all we ever spoke about in there was violence and who was this and who was that and who belongs to what gang and that kind of thing. So the early gangs at that time, North Star, Lover Money, DSN, and of course 28s from Brixton. So everybody was there at that time, as well as the Essex lot as well. And, you know, others not in gangs, but major figures were also there. And so I got the information, right? So you get the message, your mate's just turned up. He's over on the other wing. He wants to see you. Straight away, the alarm bells are ringing. I'm lying there, the door's banged up. I'm thinking, he's on a wing where there's 3 or 4 people that I heard months ago that were going to do him when they see him, right? So I'm lying there, the door's shut. I can't wait for the morning because I want to warn him, right? So in the morning, all night, I'm thinking, boy, how am I going to get word over there? Exercise in the morning. I can run to the fence quickly and tell him, because there was no way of getting the message across that late at night. So the morning comes, you know, after worry and concern, as soon as they shout exercise, I've gone on the yard. He's come out straight away. Very big, strong man, right? Could look after himself too. And he's come straight to the fence. I've gone to the fence as well. And I've said to him straight away, I've looked to the right and I saw one gang over there that I knew, the guy that got burnt up. He was with 2 or 3 others that wasn't in his gang, but they were in other gangs that had problems with the guy allegedly that put the hit out on that person. So all the gangs at that time, I've just named them. And I've gone to the fence and I've said, listen, big man, you need to get off that wing. So I looked to the right and I said to him, them 4 over there, their faces were fixed like that, like waiting, like they were screwing him out, watching every moment and movement that he was making. As soon as I said it to him, I said, listen, get off the yard and come over to my wing because I'm worried for your safety, right? So I said, look over there to the left. He looked over there to the left and he said, them man can't do nothing to me, Yammy. What? Man's a big man in this. I looked at him. I said, please, please, please. Before I could say please, please, please a 3rd time, they had crept over, got behind him, and someone put him in a hold from behind, lifted him up, put him on the floor, and then all the weapons came out and he was getting a kicking and stabbing at the same time, right? So I'm screaming, shouting, you lot, get off him, get off him. What about you lot over there? Do something, do it now, help him. Within a minute or two, after, it seems like, the arena, the Coliseum, if you like, where everybody's waiting to see, it's somebody else's time to get hurt. And we've gone into that kind of stuff before that, many have been attacked and, they feel belittled and their egos are dented a little bit. And now this was happening to a person that it never happened that way to before. But and I know that some people are glad that he could be in that position. Now he knows what it feels like, that kind of stuff. But anyway, I was really, really hurt. But the 28s got involved. Quincy, one of them, got over. Stop it, you lot, stop it, without using violence on the other team. So basically making it look like, or it is what it is, was what it was. You're just stopping it so that he gets a little breath right and he doesn't get seriously hurt. So he gets up, I look at him, all the officers are there, the alarm bells have gone, everybody's watching, and all I could see was blood dripping off down his face. And I was thinking, he's going to have them scars forever on his face. It looked horrendous to me. My heart was broken. So I came off the yard sulking. One of the ones that were involved in that gang, one of his co-defendants or whatever, he was on my wing. But I liked him. He was all right. I got along with him. I knew his people outside as well. And we walked back to the wing and I said to him, nah, I'm not having that. No way. And he looked at me. He said, Yammy, you think when my Cody got here, you saw the state of his face. I mean, 5 months later, there were still burn marks there, but not as bad as, how it is when it's fresh kind of thing, cooking oil and fat. It's very, 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 very serious injuries. And I know that firsthand as well, seen it a few times in life. And he said to me, Yammy, look how his face was. How would you feel that someone's put a hit out on you when you see them, when they turn up? What do you think? You think man's in here for life kind of thing? And we're going to be taken like that and just accept it. It don't matter how big a person is, Yammy. At the end of the day, when it comes round to their turn, they've got to be expecting it too. I kind of thought, yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm still going to back it for him. And he said, Yammy, listen, if you do back it for him, right, me and you could fall out too. And I said to him basically, yeah, overnight. So I'm screaming, really upset. So I banged up, waited till the next day, and in the morning I've gone down to the gym. So now my mate, there's a plane coming by, sorry. So my mate, after being stabbed and seriously hurt, he's down the segregation and he's getting a move. So basically he lasted 1 day in that cate after being moved from another one before he has to now, because of, you can't go back up because it's like you have to get seriously injured. Sometimes you can have a punch up and that kind of stuff and then go back up, they let you up. But when it's like that gang related where everybody can get involved, then it can disturb the smooth running of the thing. But basically it's almost when you're dead that you get moved, and when it's for their benefit. So anyway, the next day I went down, we was all in the gym. and I come down, and the guy, two of the guys that were there, I didn't want nothing with them anyway, because I was kind of close to them as well. It's difficult when you're close to all gangs. These were the early gangs in those days, I'm alone with the guy in there, but there's a big crowd in there, and then so he's standing there, but he's not saying nothing to me. But the peacemaker, my friend, that we co-defendant, was saying to me, Yammy, come on, man. You know, like, think about it. We don't all want to fall out here and blah, de, blah, de, blah. But I'll save it for another day, all right? I'll let you know the rerun of that. But there again, you have it. Dangerous, dangerous places. Nobody is safe in that life. But really enjoying it down here. What a lovely house in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to go on the farm in a bit. But sending love to you all. See you soon.